So this is a fun one. So the Augusta rule is called Augusta because it comes from Augusta, Georgia. So the lore of the rule is that a bunch of rich guys who lived around the golf course, the Masters, or Augusta National Golf Course, where they hold the Masters for golf. A bunch of rich guys who live around the golf course wanted to rent out their houses during the tournaments and not pay taxes on that rental. So in 1976, there was another tax reform act, and I've actually looked at the legislative history because they keep notes on things of the revisions of the law. And this language just appears one day, which is hilarious. So I don't know who slipped it in there, but basically, in 1976, Section 280 AG was created. And basically, what that says is that if you rent out your primary dwelling for 14 days or less during the course of the year, the income from that is excludable from your taxable income. And similarly, the other side of that is you can't take any deductions against that because I think that's fair. If you don't have to pay tax on the income, you don't get the expenses. So it's just a wash, basically. And so that is the core of the Augusta strategy. Or sometimes you'll hear it as the master's rule or something like that. Basically, you can rent out your house to anybody for up to 14 days during the course of the year and not pay taxes on it. What we've done is we've elevated it to a higher level, and we created the summit strategy sessions. Because the thing that people screw up about it is that they don't know what numbers to pick. So we'll guide them through the market research on how to find the um, the comps in their area as far as listings and things, and to come up with a real number based on real listings as far as um, how much to charge for a day's rental or a week's rental or whatever it is. And then where it really shines is you could rent it to anybody. So you could list your house on Airbnb, and as long as you rent it out for less than 15 days, so 14 days or less, over the course of a year, you don't have to pay any tax on that income. It's excludable from your taxable income. But if you also are a small business owner, then if you do it right, you can rent it to your business. And the problem with that, though, the places where people screwed up is they don't have an actual business purpose, which gets under Section 162, and they don't know how to run that kind of thing. So in the summit strategy sessions, what we do is we create management meetings, and we will actually show you how to walk through operating your business as a manager or an owner rather than a doer. I don't know. I've only got 30 minutes, but basically, if you want to know the difference, go read The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. And he talks about the E-Myth is the entrepreneurial myth, where people who go into business for themselves typically do it because they're good at a thing, which is great. You're a great handyman, so you open a handyman business. Just because you're good at doing the thing does not mean you're good at running a business that provides that service. So you want to make sure that at least once a month, if you do once a month, that's obviously 12. At least once a month, you are sitting down and operating as an owner or manager rather than just the technician who's out there doing the work. And what the Summit Strategy session does is it guides you through that and shows you how to look at your books. One, that you have to have books. Two, how to look at your books on different time frame comparisons, and then what to look for as far as your business condition, and starts to get you, you know, operating as that manager level. And it creates minutes along with it so that you have all your documentary backup for the fact that you had your meeting, and basically just solves all those problems that people screw up with just a plain old Augusta rule. So that's the basics of how it works. And one of those things where it's not going to be a huge mover. It could be several $1,000s potentially,